He slips in there and dominates. What a cool kid to talk to, isn't he?
Cool. He is first-team academic All-America. Here's Jackson getting on the board.
And that's where he is.
To beat Henson. Jackson put back.
And he took advantage.
I don't know what he was trying to do, but
I think he was trying to set his nice lob. Easy. Jackson.
8 to shoot.
Jackson's got to keep a tough shot. How about that?
Wow. But
Jackson.
tapped in by Jackson.
That's what he does. He keeps.
And backed away, Pinson.
That's what they call crunch time.
Banked it home. Created a separation.
Nice cut by Jackson. And Williams. If you're Goss.
Comes in. Blocked by Meeks. Barry up ahead to Jackson. And he takes it down for the 5-point.
That low box play and then the duck in by Bell, who rings it. Don't leave him open.
Oh, look at Jackson.
we met with him the other day, and he said he's come to the Final Fours all these years, but you hope your team can come with you one day, too, and now he got that chance.
His first time in the Final Four. This is 83 in Albuquerque at the pit. He went to get his tickets at the coaches' convention. It said row 1. He said, I can't believe it. But they started to count. Row 1 was at the top, not the bottom.
That's great stuff. How about Mitch called him while we were there? Nice little floater with the leg.
That's pretty neat.
The duck's off. Meeks coming out, yelling out. Frisky, the big guy.
Yeah, he's looked very fresh in this game. He's hit 6 out of 7 from the field. Leading him in scoring and rebounding.
See if they can do the little 2-for-1 here.
Now with 5 to shoot.
Well, Jack, that three's got range.
Oh, he's going to go baseline. Floater. That was amazing.
Make him work on this end, I think.
Double up on Bell.
Nice cut by Pritchard, but it's a tiny guy.
That's Meeks with the ball. Over to Jackson. Three-point shot.
And did you notice? Well, he has mixed his game up beautifully. And he's not settling for the deep jumpers.
Oh, he's so quick. Jackson. What an answer back.
And you can't leave him alone.
Ennis. Right down the lane. And oh, he was too strong. Had that burst of speed, but back to payoff.
And wide
Same
open.
Spot on the floor. Jackson.
This tournament, he's now 10 for 13 from the field and has hit 6 threes.
Nice screen in the backcourt. Wes Unseld to be proud, and nobody there to help out and communicate.
Jackson.
There's his shot.
Nice ball.
Austin, 2 more.
Big stuff.
Playing with so much confidence.
That force Berry left, too. I know he can get there.
Benson. A little confusion. Who's that intended for? Jackson says, for me,
We got it from the right.
from the field.
But you keep going to him, I think. Particularly with Fox out, the creator.
At this end, Tar Heels have hit the last 4
Oh,
shots.
don't leave him.
Make it 5 with Jackson.
How could you give it up?
Barry. Jackson fouls.
And that's what happens if you run.
But defensively, they're doing a fantastic job. Since the last North Carolina field goal with 3:23 left in the first half, 0 for 10 and 7 turnovers by the Tar Heels. Credit the Wildcats and their defense.
They really have an offensive scheme. With May on the floor, now they got another threat besides Jackson.
Jackson hits.
If Carolina runs the zone, they have to have an awareness for where Monk is. He moves so well without the basketball.
That foul line wide open, too, and then they drive it, find the bigs.
First on Briscoe. 5th foul on Kentucky in the half.
Oh, their hands are so quick and active. He's got to load up in there.
Jackson. Again, shot clock running down. Floater. Back to the rim. Down the 1.
And Meeks again taking it out.
Here's Jackson. Take it out. Under the basket, lays it in.
What patience.
Says, no, big fella.
Great without the ball, Jackson. Very active, curls, and on ball screens. There he is on the cross screen.
And this time,
He can make this 3, so you're going to have to play him.
steps into the paint instead. And Meeks will chase it down. Jackson with a three. Yes!
They do that so well. He's stuck in. Gotta catch it.
Saved over to Woodson. And an air ball. It is. Carolina pushing it up the floor every time. As Jackson puts it up. Oh, yeah, what a shot.
Just to see the ball go through the hoop can get you going.
Little zone look, Jim.
And that sweet spot's right there in the middle of the free throw line.
They won.
As Jackson's back out on the floor and comes right back.
They'll bite you with a fast break. They're not just going to the half-court sets.
Jackson again.
Oh, my God. That's button up. Make them work at the other end. Not the good pass here.
Meeks. He ends up with it after all. Benson.
Nice love.
To Jackson.
Great competitor. Sound. Great hit for the game. Nice hesitation.
On the run.
Hurrying shots. Look at this mismatch because of the zone.
Jackson. Put back, yes.
Not enough guy, though, for his contributions as a coach as well. Mismatch, and they know. Elevation, knockdown, forget about it.
Earlier in the year, missed 4 games with the left ankle and an illness earlier in the season. And here's Justin Jackson for 3. Here with make it, and he scores again. How about this run for the Hogs? They're right back in it. It's an 11-0 sprint for Arkansas. Down 4. Three-pointer is good by Jackson. To the half. And now they're on top. Beard is back on the bench. He was clutching at his hamstring on the way out, and looks like they may have retaped the ankle. We'll see if he's able to get back on the floor. Macon has been the star for Arkansas. Out of 4 in red. Here's Jackson. Pulls up for the 3 and hits it. Just what a big 3 that was. Jalen Barford hits it. And Arkansas up 3 again. Here's Jackson. Inside, little jump hook is good. Back to back. Arkansas has got to go quickly. Hannes running into a wall. Turnover. And that's going to do it. And with an exclamation point, Justin Jackson. And Texas Southern back on top. Kevin Scott's hit 2 threes already. It's 3 out of 5 to start. Jackson off the window. It that way for a reason, because I'm trying to prepare these guys for March Madness, and they've been a dominant team. They've had some of the great players in the SWAC over the last few years, as Justin Jackson only played 7 minutes in the SWAC title game. There's Jackson will turn around and a soft bounce for a guy who had never coached, and he wasn't prepared, and he's learned all the way down the line, and now he ends up in the SWAC, and it's been quite a story. He's built a powerhouse team down in Houston. Ball bouncing around. Won the SWAC title. This is their 7th appearance overall. They lost to Arizona in the round of 64 2 years ago. They took on, as Jackson fires up another 3, and now that's Indiana firing Tom Crean yesterday. Back in the news as well. They've had another coaching change. The Infinity Coaches spotlight on Mike Davis. Jackson shakes himself free, hits another one. Let's see if he wants to keep firing. No, Barry this time. Wide open 3. And another offensive rebound. Figures to be a common occurrence with the size differential inside.
May is just Jackson. A load inside.
Ooh, Jackson rising high. As you know, South Carolina is a hotbed for basketball talent as well. And that'll be on display a great deal in the last game of our day, with the Gamecocks back in the tournament. As
field goals for the Tar Heels have come in the paint. Now a steal by Jackson.
Well, that was a foul, too.
Jackson into some traffic.
That's how good of a passer he is. He didn't want to settle for a 2 off the pass. He decided to make it a 3.
Look at how quickly they get down the court again, and it's a 3. Vegas, it will be UCLA and Arizona tonight at 11:30 Eastern time from Vegas. We had the pleasure of doing one of those games, the one down in Tucson, one by the Bruins. Arizona won at Poly. Joe Lunardi says whoever wins that game moves up to the 2 line and knocks Louisville down to a 3, as Jackson makes a difficult Second half, Kennard had big second halves against both Clemson and Louisville already in this tournament. Justin Jackson. Yes. Kennard creates a little space, but misses the mid-range jumper. Carolina, after shooting over 60% of the first half, they've missed their last 5, but you can put that stat to bed.
Just rebounding.
So the big story here right now, Joel Baird to the bench with 4 fouls. Nate Britt, the senior, in at the point for Carolina. Justin Jackson, another. Silovich for 3. And Miami's sprinting back to try to keep Carolina from getting an easy one in transition.
How about how Miami found Vasiljevic? He was scouted on foreign trips by Cal, and the bank is open apparently. Cal and Yale
Juniors in the starting lineup for North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina has done a great job with developing players. And Roy Williams normally would have a couple of one-and-dones. And has had plenty, but because of all the off-court issues, there's a 3 by Justin Jackson. Got away with a little discard against Nate Britt.
Tipped away by Barry, and here come the heels. Jackson with an acrobatic finish.
If they win, they face a 1 in the second round. That's usually that means a ticket home in the first weekend. You'd rather be a 10 or an 11 than an 8 or a 9.
Yeah. Because if you can win that first round game, in theory, you get in quotes, an easier second round matchup against a 2.
When they've got a smaller guy and a big guy.
Jackson turns it over. Numbers for the heels. Justin Jackson.
Kennedy Meeks made an error there. He gambled on the top side on that catch, and that opened up a straight line drive for Emil Jefferson. You got to stay between Jefferson and the basket. That was a defensive mistake by Kennedy Meeks, where he's not likely to get a steal there.
Jackson baseline with his Wooden Award final top 15 candidates. Justin Jackson is as well, so's Luke Kennard. Jackson, turn around, and it goes.
On the post, he was just backing Kennedy Meeks down.
Double figures for Tatum. Jackson. And Carolina.
Tip that in, or yes. Kennedy Meeks. They're both right up there.
And we are tied again.
Like, what a game.
14 ties, 23 lead changes.
It's going to come down to who has the ball last.
These seniors on Carolina as Jackson gets one. One possession game. Pinson ahead to Jackson. And he'll lay it in for Carolina.
It was a rout, as Tony Bennett said. His team got pounded. 41 points. They lost 65-41. So why not try the smaller lineup? See if you're better off. This is the classic matchup of one of the best offensive teams in the country. North Carolina against perhaps the best defensive team in Virginia. Justin Jackson
gets it back. Artist for 3. Tight rims, nerves.
Well, I think, I remember playing a long time ago on my senior day, and it takes the first couple of minutes to get past those nerves because you want to do well. You've got your family here. It's definitely a big day, but you have to calm yourself and get to the things that you normally do.
Justin Jackson has really been hitting that shot this season. First 3 to go down.
One of the things that they have to do is be able to get him in isolation to break down the Carolina bigs and get to the basket.
Pitt now up 11-9 on Carolina, 13:44 remaining in the first here at the Peterson's Event Center. Jackson on the floor for Pitt. They're within 1. Jackson counters. 20 points a game. Leads the nation, leads the ACC rather in scoring, and he can explode.
Well, with this group that they have on the floor for Carolina, I think that you break down that zone by being able to get inside. We talked about the high-low.
Shot clock at 6. Jackson rises, contested 3 in. The second foul, replaced by Nate Britt. 35 seconds remaining in the half. 37-28. North Carolina on top with the ball. About a 10-second differential on the shot and game clock. Barry kicks it back out. Jackson, a deep three. Whoa. Chris Jones. Jackson jumper, top of the key, three-pointer. 72-56 with 6:03 remaining. They do get a turnover and give it back to North Carolina. Meeks spots Jackson. They come at you in waves. Out of three. This time he pulls the trigger. Up short, Jackson with the rebound. Tar Heels doing it again. Jackson with the interception. Tar Heels alert on defense today. Jackson looking for a three, gets it.
Did we not say
is 2 for 15 with 4 turnovers so far. One of the best offensive teams in the nation has been far from that so far. And for Louisville, in the game is Tony Hicks. He's playing for the first time in about a month. Suffered a fractured bone in his right hand as Jackson.
Second closely guarded, and after you pick the ball up, you can get a 5-second closely guarded call. The defense can.
Roy Williams does indeed bring 5 new players in, 4 starters, and Stillman running.
Completely change his lineup, guys.
Here's the kick. Mitchell too strong on the three, and Jackson seals off Adele for the rebound.
Well, good block out. North Carolina came with the quick trap. A little bit of a scramble.
What a friendly.
It was post here on offense.
Well, that's a good point, trying to get the Carolina big guys to have to defend in the post as well. You know, one of the ways that you can go after people is make them guard. Never played better.
McMahon lob inside for Johnson. Bradley comes up with a loose ball for the Tar Heels.
Well, that's where you have to finish. Louisville got exactly what it wanted.
Rick Pitino keeping McMahon in the game. Snyder on the bench. He got a talking to a couple of minutes ago. McMahon came in for him. May back into the game now for Carolina. Meeks has gone to the bench. Barry finds Jackson. Jackson pull up. And it will go. Boy, he's got us
looking for something really profound. And I like basketball better.
Louisville into the zone. Jackson drive, left hand, yes.
And Louisville got to be careful with the ball here because Louisville's going to be looking to take some chances.
Barry the kick out to Jackson. Deep three.
North Carolina.
And deep into the shot clock again. Jerome's got to force up a 30-footer. And the long rebound down to the Tar Heels. Luke May has checked in for Carolina. Jackson. His second three of the night.
Played by North Carolina thus far.
Wilkins. And Meeks got a piece of it.
Meeks was wide open.
Jackson baseline, kicks it out. Seventh Woods right back to Jackson. Got it.
The opposite postman can dive to the bucket.
Parentes, no. Virginia ice cold so far here in this game.
And this has been without North Carolina scoring really any points in the paint.
Jackson does, and his head. 2005. in Storrs, Connecticut at Gamble Pavilion. North Carolina has been on College Game Day 16 of the 100 weeks. Not here, 11 on the road, 5 here, but they've been featured in the game 16 of the 100 times. That's the most of any program in the country.
Now, I've been on every College Game Day show, all 100, yet I was only credited with 98. Apparently, I had 2 vacated.
Justin Jackson with a drive. Left-hand finish. Yes! Britt is open. Jackson with the finish. 20 for
completed at the back end. Instead, he'll tee up Barry. Jackson inside. Here's for Wolfpack now chipped away, Dan. It's to 9. Jackson, runner, good.
He is as good as
Luke Kennard hadn't cooled off since the season started, Dan.
Well, Luke Kennard has had a fabulous season, and I think if I was voting for Player of the Year in the ACC right now, there's no question in my mind, my vote would go to Luke Kennard.
Jackson, a 3.
Oh, that is just a killer.
Jackson the catch and layup.
Kennedy Meeks looks small.
Ooh. Luke May another one? No. Meeks a second chance. Inside, Jackson a catch and score. 24 as we approach 3 minutes to play. Here in Raleigh. Robinson. Freshman from Georgia back on the floor. Meeks for Jackson.
Per game in ACC play. That's #1 in the league.
Kennard behind a screen, misses the 3, and May down with a rebound.
A good block out by Joel Berry on Matt Jones.
Meeks trying to post up Jefferson. Jefferson fronting him, and Williams can't get the ball inside.
A little difficult for Luke May to free up Kennedy Meeks. If Isaiah Hicks were in there, he's a little bit more of a threat down low and a little bit bigger. Good
Jackson
drive.
baseline drive, gets it to go. Tatum with a shot fake. Driving to baseline on May. Good defense by May, and the rebound down to Williams.
Well, that was a nice job by Luke May of defending that without fouling.
And boy, does he get down the floor quickly again. Finds Jackson, who's got a chance.
Seen them play. Gabby Williams is the most complete player I've seen in college basketball, male or female. She's fantastic to watch.
So going for 99 on the weekend, and in all likelihood going for 100 a Monday night on ESPN2. Jackson looking for Meeks inside. Jefferson not given any room, so Jackson
has turned out to be. He's averaging almost 10 rebounds a game, 4 of them offensive.
And now numbers in transition for Carolina. Jackson will lay it in to tie the game.
Because Carolina drives the ball right back at him.
All right, I know we got a great game coming up next, Seth. What are you looking forward to in the UCLA-Oregon matchup?
Well, the Conference of Champions, you're talking about an efficient and effective offense for UCLA, led by Lonzo Ball, but this is an Oregon team that is elite defensively and can protect the rim. I like Oregon.
All right, let me escort them back to their seats.
Wasn't able to do that as much.
Tatum, too strong on the 3. Jackson looking to push.
Tatum does not look comfortable in this game. And it's hard to get comfortable when it's your first Duke Carolina game. What a contest inside with Kennedy Meeks and Emil Jefferson.
Jackson again, baseline, yes, another tough shot. Good help by Bradley. Pull up by Kennard, around and out. And Barry's got it. North Carolina's looking to retake the lead.
Oh, what a move. Boy, good help there by Allen.
Kenny Williams will push off, blocked from behind by Tatum. Jackson knocks down the long.
One of the last 2 games, OB, he has really been struggling offensively.
Yeah, had been 2 for 17. The 2 game shooting before this one.
That's a struggle.
Yes. Jackson. Choppy start offensively, picked off by Barry.
He's got numbers.
Got Jackson. He'll lay it in.
Tremendous execution off the
free throw. Send it to him in an email along with the records for the NCAA free throw percentage, 82% in 1984, and the ACC. So that is a mark they feel they can hit as a team, and Bray just wanted to remind them of it.
That's a great bit of coaching, a great bit of research by you, Allison. Terrific job.
Jackson, yeah, he'll bury that 3-point.
Dad was a heck of a player at the University of Rhode Island.
Yeah, he was a 4-year starter at center for Rhode Island.
foul line area opening in a 2-3 zone. They're going to slash. See, they're rotating guys up to that foul line area.
Jackson's jumper. Got it, a three. 8th and 9 points.
Well, Beacham's had a heck of a career at Notre Dame. They got to come up with some stops if they want to get back in this game. Something they've had a difficult time
Jackson
doing.
turning on the Jets. What a pretty lay. The kick out, it is Farrell. He stumbles, and he gave it up.
That's so unusual.
Red, nice pass, Jackson.
Carolina will rebound. When Pittsburgh makes their shots, they're really good. When they're not, they're 1-7.
Well, part of their woes at the defensive end of the floor is because of missed shots. Defend the ball. Right. You're going to struggle.
End of game, too. You got to have somebody that you know you can trust with the basketball. Big Tony Bradley now in number 5 for North Carolina as Kennedy Meeks sits down. Neither team shooting very well out of the gate. Hicks, baseline jumper. That one finds the bottom.
Beautiful set play again. Floor for a loose ball.
8:18, so we'll get a break at the 8-minute mark. They bring in Justice Kithcart. They sit down Jamel Artis for a second. Jackson pulls off, and boy, that is an NBA-type 3. 5. In and out on the 3, and a chance for Carolina to go up 7 or 8. Jackson open 3. Got it! Largest lead of the night.
11 fouls combined between the two teams.
Nobody on Carolina with 2.
That's what has allowed the game to have a good rhythm and a good flow to it.
Very start of the game with a 3-pointer about 8 seconds in. And it felt like that was going to be something Carolina would do all night long as Hicks, I should say, Jackson, hits the turnaround jump shot.
Every single time they have found the answer at the offensive end. Barry with a couple of big threes, but Pittsburgh comes right back on them. Quiets the crowd.
The passing has been on point tonight. Justin Jackson, a floater. 2-man game now. Barry got aggressive on the defensive end, and it led to an open Artis. Justin Jackson all the way to the hole, and all of a sudden.
Miami doing a pretty good job of getting into that lane, though, and finding people. That could be dangerous for Carolina.
Jackson's been on a hot streak.
But they are right on him on the catch. Not much space. Doesn't matter.
A 3. Knocked away for a moment. What a spin. And the scoop. Newton can't finish it. And the rebound snatched by Hicks. Miami is 0 of 4 from the field.
This is where he's tough. He can go wire to wire. And a floater as good as anybody.
Jackson the strength to get the deuce.
Loves to penetrate, and he can make the jumper, too. You're one of those great-looking prospects.
Luke May in for North Carolina. Jackson an open look for 3.
Indiana did it early in the year. Tennessee did it against them. Now they've got to do a better job at the point of attack.
Over 10 minutes of game action now without a field goal for North Carolina.
Here's the overload and an open look. Good cut by Justin Jackson. I hear Jimmy saying how he gets accustomed to the speed of the game in the ACC.
The drive by Jackson, the flip, it's there. Going to get an Emmy or a Grammy by the end of the day. The EGOT. Offensive board off the miss in North Carolina. Their chance to add more points on the board. The floater is pretty off. Brown just missed the front end.
Berry will bounce back, guaranteed.
2:35 to go. 63-49 Miami.
Trying to find Jackson, who's got to keep busy. There's the overload.
Jackson, corner pop.
Pretty.
He's got it. It's a
doesn't yield a bucket. One thing about Virginia Tech we'll watch over the course of this game, they do play unselfishly. They will make that extra pass. We just saw it there. There's your cut and an easy layup.
I don't think they can.
Fun to watch, though.
Yo, no question about it.
It's fun to watch.
When you can have your 3-man who's playing 4, grab it off the rim and push it up the floor, make it play. That's a luxury.
Well, Virginia Tech's shooting really well here, and yet they're down by 4. They were over 65% early in this game. A couple of errant threes have allowed Carolina, who's gotten hot, to now move ahead.
Yeah, 5 threes in the first half for a team that in their wins make about 7 or 8 a game.
Three-pointer is good, and a good one. Vincent Fell kind of giggles a little bit as he gets up. He's laughing at himself.
Could have been a travel.
Careful, someone's feeling it. Justin
It there against Isaiah Hicks. He's got to drive him to the basket.
Hill throws up a three, can't get it. There's not one Virginia Tech shirt down there. Look out, Jackson just outran everybody. Consideration, but he missed that one. And they'll push for another three. Allen, that one is off on an easy, uncontested rebound for Isaiah Hicks.
Yeah, too many jump shots here as of late for Virginia Tech. Got to get to the rim.
Jackson took one to the hole, and with only 4 points, and he sits. There's a big bucket.
And that's what we're talking about there, right there, Rav. Dribble penetration to the painted area to kick for the three. Nicely executed by Virginia Tech.
So if Allen into double digits as Hicks launches a three. Jackson,
Ravi, plenty of time in this game, but they have to be disciplined on the offensive end of the floor, making sure Virginia Tech's getting good looks at the rim and keep fighting on the defensive end, trying to get stops.
Jackson, tough shot, he gets it to go. He shot
his future.
She actually had the winning basket in the prep school championship for Oak Hill. Highly recruited, and given his size and his makeup, they're certainly excited about him here at Virginia Tech. Well, Jackson's got another one. That one was wide open.
Extra energy, that juice that comes from your fans. And when things aren't going your way and you're on the road, now all of a sudden you get on the wrong side of momentum. You don't have that at your disposal. So all of the discomfort and not having those normal things around you, along with the lack of fans.
Against the player, and he told me before the game he was out then, and then he hit his head on the floor. And it was a real scary moment. Yes. Initially, he didn't know how serious it was, but he says that was the first one he's had. He'd like not to have them again. He didn't. That was not anyone who's experienced concussion symptoms. It's a terrible feeling. Tony Bradley dealt with that, but now he's back on the floor for Carolina here the last couple of games.
I couldn't even watch him as he's walking off the floor.
Two on the shot clock, right off. Justin Jackson.
Lookers today, Kai Bowman, the freshman from Havelock, North Carolina.
And no, that's not a wig that he's wearing.
Yes, his is real.
That's the real deal.
The rest of the hair you see in the arena is a promotion, driving Justin Jackson to that BC bench. Second tie of the afternoon. Jackson, difficult drive, and he'll get the soft bounce.
Well, he's got
Bowman trying to get free. Chapman for three out of the corner. Meeks high to get it. He gives it to Jackson on the run. Gets by Owens and lays it in. Justin Jackson. Jeffers back to Bowman, explodes to the rim. And Meeks has the miss. Berry all the way across the court to Jackson. Davey cuts off the baseline. Jackson free, and he rattles it in. May deflected the pass intended for Popovich. Berry in transition. Jackson for three. Boston College.
For him, and no assists so far. But I would expect in the last 10 minutes time for him to factor in. BC electing right now, they're going to buy a little time by going zone.
North Carolina 4 of 10 from three-point distance. Berry has one of them.
You've got Berry and Jackson who are capable three-point shooters.
Tinson, Williams, Jackson for three.
So you look at,
An effort against Duke at Cameron Indoor Stadium set the opponent record.
That is what makes him a very good player, is his ability to rebound and be relentless.
What an offensive
style.
They do give you a much needed intellectual look.
I certainly don't have one here at the table.
Jackson, Williams, Meeks now out to the free throw line. Jackson for three.
Jackson. But how about Golden State? Now it goes to being Kevin Durant's team instead of Klay Thompson and Steph Curry.
Has it done that?
It seems like it. It seems like we talk about Durant.
We just promoted him, so
exactly.
It is his team. Justin Jackson, line drive.
North Carolina did not come out for a fight in this second half, and now all of a sudden they've got one.
And Syracuse did. Jim Benn looking for some toughness from his team on the road. He used the word fragile last night to describe
He's not really helping off of him. Let the other guys beat you. Don't let Andrew White do it.
Ooh, good hands. Bad pass by Gillen. Good hands by Williams. And the bucket by Jackson. Gillen down the lane. No. Kept alive by Roberson. But it's Britt leading a 3-on-2. Jackson to the bucket. Shot long by Jackson. 4-on-2 for Syracuse. And White missed the alley-oop. Jackson exploding to the goal. Fouled and counted.
And what's going to get you the longest career? What's going to start you out to have a long, productive, and lucrative NBA career? Because there's a lot of money available in the league, but if you go in too early, you find yourself out of the league quickly. Good pass.
Jackson from May.
The school record, 12 consecutive, and banking it in, Jonathan Isaac, the 6'10 freshman.
Well, as my buddy Timmy Brandon would say, is the bank open, baby?
So a really good one brewing here at Chapel Hill.
Well, right now they're undefeated in conference play. We look at Florida State. There's another team undefeated as well from South Bend, Indiana, the Irish, and they were up today on Virginia Tech on the road.
Bulls coming in a perfect 4-0 in conference play. Here's Berry outside the three. Hicks will swing it. Jackson, baseline. Oh, what a tough shot. Downstairs for Gopher. Back out for Walker. Turned over.
Too many turnovers. Too many turnovers.
Vincent.
Nice pass.
Jackson with the fly. Even though he's down by 9. They were down 30-23 on the road at Virginia. Very, very tough opponent to get back in a game against, and they recovered and they won that game by 2.
Well, you know, there's not as many possessions in the Virginia game, so 7 there is a lot bigger than that, but that's a great way to start Utah Mays.
Berry trying to shred the D. Took a bump. It won't roll in. Up and in by Jackson.
Had a great opportunity right there in that baseline drive.
Vincent in for Hicks, who's in some foul trouble. Here's Jackson to launch and hit the 3.
What's happened to NC State? Unbelievable.
Kofor banging inside. Can't finish it.
He's had 2 opportunities now, Kofor, 2 drives.
Up the floor for Jackson.
Nobody bats. Basketball's a game of spurts, right? Need spurts. We haven't seen a spurt yet, a real strong spurt by Florida State. Keep waiting for them to explode in one of their spurts. North Carolina's done a great job negating that. A little bit now. He's made 2 good plays here in the last 3 possessions.
78-75, 14 for Bacon.
Got to stay in front. You got a mismatch right here. Isaac checking Berry with 4 fouls. Get the ball to Berry. Get him right now the ball. Isaac's got 4 fouls.
Jackson operate. Difficult angle, but he banged.
And folks, he can really stretch the defense. He was really an answer to prayer for this Wake Forest team because they needed a 3 to come in and be able to knock down threes. About 43% on the year.
50-year transfer out of Milwaukee. Great cut and an easy layup there. Good. They're inexperienced. What will experience do when it comes to closing games?
Yeah, it's that inexperience. It's not knowing the things that you need to do down the stretch when the game is tight. When you're an experienced player, you've been there before, so you don't panic. I went to and played for the Atlanta Hawks my 8th season, and it's funny. We got down early against New Jersey as Justin Jackson knocks down a. But now can you get back and get picked up because Carolina is great at running it right back at you after made baskets.
More there to contest the first one, but the Keyshawn Woods down by 9. All with their best player. John Collins on the bench with 3 fouls. Looked like Carolina had come out of that timeout. A little more intensity on their defense. Jackson, big 3. Got it.
It's a really
for Carolina, 3 with 3 to go.
Against man, throw it inside. John Collins is guarding Kennedy Meeks. Kennedy Meeks got 18 in the game. Got to get it to the big fella.
Shot clock at 5. Berry looks like he may have gotten away with an extra.
I thought so.
To go in the crowd here at the Joel Memorial Coliseum, anticipating a chance to knock off a top 25 team.
Dribble penetration has been good. for North Carolina or when they've been able to get it inside to their bigs.
They get 8 on the shot clock. Justin Jackson, long 3. Oh, what a clutch shot.
Reed adds to this run. It's now 9-0. Marquise Reed has done this before against Carolina. He dropped 24 against them when he was at Robert Morris. Justin Jackson is able to answer finally. More threes this year in the scope of their offense, but overall, he was taking them at a much higher rate last season within the tempo of what Clemson does. And you mentioned it earlier, maybe that's a guy who's thinking about the next level and the pressures that come along with that. Nice cut by Jackson.
Was touching on this. We talked about it's a Clemson team much more versatile, more options on the offensive end to score the basketball. You know who's been quiet? Grantham.
Yeah, has yet to score tonight. Gives them almost 11 a game. Jackson's starting to heat up. Jackson cuts into the line. Most upset about.
Well, I think a couple of things. Obviously, missed opportunities. 17 offensive rebounds, 16 points off. Jackson gets the jumper to go.
Representatives of our university, and those two young men are what's great about college football. I know where they came from. I know their backgrounds. I know how their lives have changed forever because of
back-to-back buckets when his team needed it.
And a rejection inside by Meeks. Here comes North Carolina. Hicks off to Britt. Justin. Motor's too strong. Jete has it. And it's pulled down by Meeks. Carolina with a 1-point lead under a minute to go.
He can guard. Brad Granell telling his guys no foul.
Jackson. And we've got offensive goaltender.
With a little teardrop off the glass. Nicely done. Georgia Tech with the first points. Just like that, Justin Jackson. This is going situations on the road in the ACC as our broadcast position is right behind Roy Williams in the North Carolina bench. Jackson with a steal and one. Stevens wide open for 3. Not there.
And Stevens has just not been able to find the range. 1 of 5 now from 3.
Jackson, yes, and a foul. All of college basketball today. Barry from downtown, not there. Williams the rebound. Jackson with a flush. The lead is 10 with 90 seconds remaining. Jackson, nice drive and a quick time. Ball team. Look, Roy Williams has already gone down to shake the hand of Josh Pazner.
Class move there.
Yes, indeed.
And this is his first.
King Rice said it was very difficult to see Roy Williams on the sideline for Kansas in that 91 Final Four. And Roy told us he never looked over at the UNC bench once that game.
In a game that Roy Williams' Kansas team won, and also Dean Smith actually ejected from that game as we
his way through traffic.
And Robinson shooting his first shot long over the basket. And since then, he's made 4 straight field goal attempts. So Justin Robinson has settled in at the Dean Dome.
Here's Jackson on the wing. He knocks down his second to 3. The game for Monmouth with Pierre Sarr, Jalon Hornby, Colin Stewart, and Diego Quinn. Quinn can't handle the pass. 4 turnovers for the Hawks. Jackson's hit 2 threes. That's his 3rd.
Yeah, on Friday night, and then watched him play a rec league game on Saturday morning. So kind of a dual threat with King Rice. And, you know, I can remember as a young player growing up and watching King Rice, and more importantly, seeing him in the Street and Smith magazine as a McDonald's All-American before he went into North Carolina, and just reading so much about him and knowing that he was a tremendous leader then.
Jackson. There's Jackson, kicks to Berry. 3-pointer is not there. Tap back to Britt. He hits the deck. New 30 for UNC. Jackson with his 4th 3.
No stranger to getting upset on the sideline, was extremely upset when the travel was not called on Nate Britt when he fell down after picking up the offensive rebound. And with traveling being such a point of emphasis this year, I believe King Rice may have had a point on that one.
Jackson, another 3. Oh!
Especially in the latter part of the first half. So, and it worked for Brady on that possession.
Jackson leans in, gets the roll.
But continue to get the ball in the paint.
1 out of 2 for Meeks, but North Carolina extends the possession. Jackson, the 3, his 6th.
Down on Robinson and made a concerted effort to keep him out of the paint.
Bury the lob to Jackson. 26.
On the spin, taken away. Another theft on the run. Here's Jackson with the scoop and lays it in on a beautiful Oregon. Some slick dribbling, but that's going to wind up an air ball. And again, he's their #1 guy. He's already had a 38-point half this season. What another tough move there. Northern Iowa, Clint Carlson, he is 7th.
Karen Lawson is exactly right about that low post game, and there's a good example right there. That time they went into Jackson out of the teams in the country.
Cook swings it up there for 2 more. Benny Cook coming in, averaging 7 points per game. Could be a real factor here in the second half.
Well, he needs to be a factor in the Missouri Valley, which is why Ben Jacobson, after this game, is going to be pleased with Cook and Carlson. There's that quick double. Oh, that's nice.
Williams with a jump swing for Jackson and a 3-pointer. Quick player as well, and Gino just keeps rolling along.
Yes.
North Carolina doing the same here tonight with a 67-42 lead. Inside the ACC, North Carolina expected to be right there at the very top, largely.
Hit that free throw. A 7-0 Kentucky run, though.
Nice kick.
Jackson got a good look. Got it.
Can't leave him. Briscoe.
8-7 Central, only CBS. That'll be good.
That sure should. And Woods on the floor. Terrific driver.
May the kick out to Jackson.
And they are there this time on the catch. He can elevate over him. Left hand. He's sweet. You mentioned it early. I think he went right too, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken. Nice run here again.
Jackson had it pinned against the glass. That's goaltending.
Utterly incredible at this level to do that kind of damage.
He's on a 3-point pace that was better than Jody Meeks. And I saw Jody Meeks score 44. This kid's in that range right now.
Special. Of course, he knew over Berry he could knock it down with plenty of room.
Jackson will try to answer. Got it.
Worked on it. Just bites you enough.
He had 5 threes all of last year. That's his 5th of this year.
This
you know,
lane area.
4 minutes in and a 7-point Kentucky lead. They led by 5 at halftime. Meeks wanting it, but Adebayo doing a nice job denying.
Three-pointer goes for Justin Jackson. Foul line with the dribble drive.
And Briscoe lost the handle. Tar Heels have numbers.
Jackson on the break. Score it. What a pass selection. Just make him use some time, basically. Here's that same play. They slip it occasionally. Look at this.
Jackson for three, and Carolina's basketball so far this year. Malik Monk's got 44. Barry trying to answer.
Offensive rebound. What a good job by Hicks. How about that kid?
Wow. Under a minute. It might be whoever's got the ball last that wins this thing.
This goes down.
Nice feed to Jackson.
Nice cut.
Now in his second season under Rick Barnes, and he's the lone senior on this team.
Well, zone look right now for Tennessee, trying to give a different look to North Carolina. Make them take some extra time off the clock. And now looks like they've gone to man.
And the first points of the game. Nate Britt the steal.
2-point game. It's not the shot that Tennessee wanted. They settled toward the end of the clock. Good drive.
Jackson gives North Carolina.
Get that ball over to the wing.
Shot clock to 6. Britt is going to have to force one up. Out to Jackson from way outside. How about that for the first points of the game?
Foot line. That was ridiculous.
Some are saying that the Steph Curry comparisons are unfair. Keep making shots like that. We'll keep comparing you. Line drive 3 goes down for Justin Jackson.
Will create some open shot for Davidson on the perimeter.
Kennedy Meeks, the deep jump hook won't go. There's the size advantage for North Carolina. Keeping it alive again is Luke May. Needs to outlet to a guard, finds Jackson. Hits a 3 from the corner. How about the hustle play from Luke May?
You got to be fearless and confident. They weren't early, they are now.
Gibbs for 3. Another 3 goes down for Justin Jackson.
Great start to the season.
Aldridge backing his way into the post. And Meeks pulls down the rebound again. Jackson turns the corner. Old school floater is good. In Davidson's own media guide as Jackson leans in and scores. That's because apparently
opportunities will avail themselves on the offensive end.
Regal turns it over. Kenny Williams plays catch with Jackson, who hits a 3.
Down 8 here with an opportunity to get a stop.
It's a 7-0 run.
Yeah, throw it inside. Carolina has been reluctant to throw the basketball inside, and I think that's really hurt them here in the last 2 minutes.
Shot clock down to 10. Kennedy Meeks is trying to post up. They just can't get him the ball. Instead, it's Stillman White to Jackson for 3. Knocks it down with 3 on the shot clock. 6 threes in the 27 for Jack Gibbs. Jackson tries a 3 again. He is on fire tonight.
With his first basket. Nice fight that time, and he really had fallen out of the lineup over the last 3 games. He averaged only 5 minutes, but getting some run here. You don't want to put your point guard in that position, burying him in the lane without a shot.
North Carolina winning 33 games last year, all the way to the national final. The Final Four in Houston, coming up just short against Villanova. No problem. Double team. Meeks stepped in the passing lane. Jackson, a rim bender. Play. Didn't send it into the second row.
Yeah, that's the big thing if you can do it.
Jackson aggressively to the rack.
Well, Johnson.
42% out there beyond the 3-point line.
Well, Johnson and Blackman, I believe, have to make threes.
Jackson, it's a tough angle, but he got it to go.
He's a slasher, drive.
Indiana with an 8-2 lead. Swished in by Jackson.
You know, down dominated on the glass first time this year. They've dominated people on the boards.
Everyone stumbling to Jackson. Yes, and they're really hitting their threes.
Well, again, it was a great establish him on the box. He did that against Kentucky last year when they beat Kentucky in the NCAA tournament.
He decided to return to Indiana after thinking about the NBA following his freshman year, which he got 12 points, 6 rebounds a game. He's on several preseason All-America lists. Jackson, good penetration.
Well, nobody rotated Thomas Bryant.
Jones pulls up, had to adjust. That missed over.
That was not a good shot.
See, Berry can get off a good one. So far, a little on the quiet side. Jackson looking in. Now Byron got it. A three-pointer way out there.
I'll tell you one thing you can really. What a big three from their star, James Blackman.
Man, did they need that? He has 11.
That was a major three.
Playing on a sore knee. Way downtown, Jackson.
For Clemson.
Now, Brian with the foul shots to make it 75-61. This is going to wind up being a phenomenal victory for Indiana. Yes, winning it at home, but against the number 3 team.
6-point game. Jackson all the way to the goal.
If they want a chance to win this. I mean, it's a pretty, being down 17 in this pace of game to Carolina, that's a pretty big deficit.
They were down 6 with the ball in the last minute of the first half. Down 17, make it 19 now.
It's going to play their big guys, and they're going to play inside out and pound you inside.
Hat nearly with a steal, but here comes Woods. Meeks having one of the best games of his career, finds Britt. Britt gets it back, fortunate to do so.
Took a look up at the clock, realized he had plenty of time.
Woods the drive and the kick. Jackson for 3.
North Carolina before.
Another steal for Meeks.
He just hacked Ethan Happ. Ethan Happ did that to him in the first half. Now Kennedy Meeks doing it to him.
Runner for Jackson.
What will count in the box score is an offensive rebound bucket.
Oklahoma State beat UConn last night to get here 98-90, led by Evans with 35. And North Carolina, they were held close by Chaminade for about 12 minutes of the game and then blew it open late, winning 1 foul here. Close on the second opportunity for Averett, so it's a 10-point lead for the Tar Heels.
You have to play in this game. You got to play good defense without fouling. So because if you're gonna foul, you want to make sure you foul on a shot attempt and not a common foul, and allow your opponent to go to the free throw line.
Jackson, what a
having seniors is so valuable. They know how to play with some foul trouble.
Woods finds Jackson, can't get the shot off, gets inside, has it stripped.
Here comes the high screen.
Ritt kicks back. Jackson made 1 from there. This time puts it on the deck. Forced it up and in. 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Wide open look for Hammonds. He misses the 3, and back come the Heels.
Leighton Hammonds throughout the course of the year is going to have to hit those shots. That'll really open things up for the offense, and that's just bounds on one end and then comes back and dives on the floor on the other and gets the ball.
2 great point guards, Berry and Evans. Jackson again to the bench. Hope you recuperate quickly and that we see you on the bench again soon.
Justin Jackson, Iowa State up there. He would certainly be on my list. I think Jack Gibbs of Davidson would be up there, who's a terrific.
And the lefty with a 12-footer asking for a foul call as well brings Chaminade back within 5.
Well, he was the Northern California Junior College Player of the Year. And one thing that Goodwin can do is really score.
White to Jackson.
Another. If Chaminade can hit 12, 13 threes in this game, they can put a lot of pressure on North Carolina. But I think ultimately North Carolina's ability to get the ball inside, dominate the glass, and the fact that they can get a lot of fouls ultimately on Chaminade is going to be the difference.
Chaminade's got 4 threes already in 10 attempts. Justin Jackson for 3 on Chaminade. Knocked away by Berry, retrieved by Britt. Nice look. Jackson inside for 2 more. Points in the hour Saturday and 8 hours Sunday, and watch all 8 teams practice for 2 hours. 4 of them Saturday, 4 of them Sunday. Asked about every player, took notes on every guy. I mean, he loves the game. He really does.
And did so while wearing 2 blankets. Yeah. One of them an electric blanket. Yeah. Going to have a really big year. He's just got that look this year. He's clearly improved. It looks like he's ready to just break out.
Robinson to Jackson. Robinson.
And they put something together here on this possession. There's been a lot of this here in this first half. The shot clock is the good thing. 54-42 now the score. North Carolina on top of the line. 11:53 left to play. UCLA playing for Steve Alford. 2 Sweet 16 teams that he was a part of. Certainly a role player there, but he's taking to the larger role here for
The ball high on a rebound. You're going to get the ball. All you have to do is run. Carolina's going to recruit good enough guards to get you easy look.
Inside Jackson. He has 6. That'll trim the lead 18.
That was good patience by Chattanooga. Carolina has turned up the pressure as this game continues to go on. Move the basketball, show patience, make the correct pass. You're going to get some good looks.
Jackson for 3. And like a little toughness, better defensive play. Williams with the leg kick. Will feed man in the post. Beautiful swing pass. Jackson for 3. Outstanding. Trying to spot Dixon underneath, rather. Jackson for the block.